The reality of a government shutdown is never pleasant. Trash builds up, roads are misused, services stall. And now, the closure has taken an even stranger turn. In Yosemite Valley, one of the most iconic natural landscapes in the United States, deep cracks have suddenly appeared across the valley floor. What began as hairline fractures spread into visible scars, forcing federal officials to take the extraordinary step of closing the park not for seasonal maintenance but for safety. This is not an ordinary chapter in Yosemite's history. It is one that transforms the story of the valley from timeless beauty into unsettling mystery. Yosemite has always been a stage for powerful forces. Ice once carved its granite walls, rivers shaped its meadows, earthquakes lifted its cliffs. But to see the ground split open without warning reminds us that geology is alive, restless, and unpredictable. These fractures are not minor blemishes. They cut through meadows, paths, and soil layers, hinting at hidden stress beneath the surface. Left unchecked, they could deepen, widen, or trigger collapses. That risk made closure unavoidable. Millions of people visit Yosemite every year, bringing not only inspiration, but also economic life to surrounding towns. Hotels, restaurants, guides, and shops all depend on the steady flow of visitors. With the gates shut, the economic shock ripples far beyond the valley. Yet safety comes first. Cracks in the ground are not cosmetic, they are warnings. And when the ground itself becomes unstable, human management has limits. You can repair a road or reroute a trail, but you cannot easily control a fracture in the earth. Scientists now step in to investigate. Teams will bring ground-penetrating radar, seismic sensors, and soil studies to understand the cause. Are these fissures the result of tectonic stress pushing against the Sierra Nevada? Underground water erosion? Climate-driven shifts in soil moisture? Each possibility carries its own implications. For visitors, the cracks change perception. Yosemite has always been seen as eternal a granite cathedral. Now its floor carries scars. The cliffs of El Capitan and Half Dome still tower above, but they now overlook a valley marked by uncertainty. The fractures also ripple through ecosystems. Water flow could change. Plant roots may be severed. Burrowing animals may find new obstacles. What seems like a simple split in the ground can reshape an entire web of life. There is also symbolism. Yosemite represents the American ideal of preserved wilderness. To see it closed by cracks is a reminder that even monuments of nature are vulnerable. Preservation sometimes means withdrawing, not entering. The closure also raises human questions. How should national parks balance access and safety? Should visitors be allowed to take risks? Or should the gates close at the first sign of instability? In an earlier era, perhaps rangers would have simply roped off the cracks. Today, with millions of annual visitors and heightened awareness of risk, closure is the cautious and necessary choice. But the mystery lingers. Why here? Why now? Some blame seismic stress, others climate change, others hidden underground water. Till the studies are complete, the cracks remain an open question. And so, Yosemite becomes not just a landscape, but a story of beauty and fracture, permanence and change, awe and unease. Its cracks remind us that the earth is not static. Even in places we imagine as eternal, the ground is still moving. The valley floor may heal, or it may shift again. Either way, the sudden appearance of fractures has already etched itself into cultural memory. Yosemite is no longer just a symbol of stability, has become a reminder of fragility in the heart of grandeur. The gates of Yosemite remain closed. The valley, once filled with voices, now lies in uneasy silence. But beneath that silence, questions multiply. Scientists arrive with their instruments. Ground-penetrating radar hums across meadows once walked by families. Seismic sensors are planted like listening posts, waiting for the earth to speak. Drones glide above the fractures, mapping their jagged outlines with mechanical precision. Every crack tells a story, but the language is cryptic. Some widen by millimeters each day. Others seem frozen in place, as if holding their breath. Their depth defies easy measurement, disappearing into the unseen layers below. The valley floor is not solid bedrock, it is an alluvial plain, built from centuries of sediment washed down from surrounding cliffs. This makes it both fertile and fragile. When fractures slice across this foundation, the question emerges. Are these shallow surface wounds, or signs of deeper movements in the Earth's crust? Speculation spreads far beyond the valley. Could these fissures be precursors to earthquakes along the Sierra Nevada fault lines? Might underground water channels, swollen or diverted, be eating away at the soil from within? Or is this an early signal of climate disruption, with drought and shifting precipitation, altering the stability of the land? The mystery transforms Yosemite into a living laboratory, a place where geology, climate science, and human imagination converge. Yet the cracks are more than scientific puzzles. They are disruptions in human expectation. Visitors who planned weddings, climbing expeditions, or once-in-a-lifetime pilgrimages now face empty calendars. The fractures in the earth have become fractures in human plans. Economies tremble too. Hotels sit vacant. Guides without clients face weeks of uncertainty. What begins as a split in the soil ripples outward into the fabric of human livelihood.